Hi guys, it's Mrs. Delorme. I just want to start off by saying that Mrs. Mariano and we miss you guys. We miss Newark Charter and we miss being able to teach you in person. This is going to be a little bit different for all of us, both Mrs. Mariano and you guys for learning at home on your own. So we're going to try to make it simple. We're going to do short lessons each day, breaking down the concepts and then giving you guys the opportunity just to practice those skills a little bit. So we're just going to jump into the curriculum. What we're going to start off by doing is our geometry unit. And we're going to start off by learning volume. You guys learned volume last year. So some of this should be review, and then we're going to go into extending your knowledge. So remember, volume is just the amount of space that a three-dimensional object takes up. So before break, we were doing area of two-dimensional objects. So like the area of a rectangle or the area of a triangle, the area of a circle. We're going to take that knowledge and we're going to apply that to finding the volume of objects. So when I think about volume, I always think about my water bottle. Volume is the amount of water I can put in my water bottle. So it's all of the volume inside the shape. So we're going to start with rectangular prisms. And this here's a rectangular prism. It's called a rectangular prism because the base is a rectangle. And it's a prism because all of the sides are also rectangles. Okay, so it says, what's the shape of the base? So I filled in, it's a rectangle. So we're going to start to find the volume by finding the area of just the base. So we said the base is a rectangle, and we know how to find the area of the rectangle. It's just base times height. So to find the area of just this base here, so it's 10 by 2. So that's the base, the rectangle at the bottom. So 10 times 2. That's 20 units because it doesn't say if it's inches or centimeters or feet. So we just say it's units. So along the bottom of this rectangle, there's actually 20 cubes here. Well, to find the volume, I want to know how many cubes in this whole figure there are. So if there's 20 in the first layer, oh look, there's 4 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So many of you can easily say, like, okay, here's 20. The second layer, there's another 20, so that's 40 cubes. The third layer, that's another 20, so that's 60. And then the top layer, again, that's going to be another 20. And you can actually see, because it's three-dimensional, there's 20 cubes there. Okay? But how we find it mathematically is you have to take the area of the base, which is 20 units. We decided that was 10 times 2. And then we multiply it by how many layers there are, or the height, and that's 4. So 20 times 4, there are 80 units. And we say that it's units cubed. So area is units squared because it's a two-dimensional figure. Because this is a three-dimensional figure, it's going to be units cubed to the power of 3. Okay. So how we found that was we did the area of the base, 10 times 2 is 20, times the height, or the number of layers, and that's 4. So 20 times 4 is 80 units cubed. A lot of you remember this formula from last year. It's just length times width times height. So we could have just multiplied all 3 of those numbers together. 20 times 2 times 4. And when you plug that in your calculator, 10 times 2 times 4, you get 80 units cubed. So that's definitely the faster way of doing it. But conceptually, I like to find the area of the base and then multiply by its height. So we're going to try 2 more problems together. So again, the shape of this base is a square. And how I find the area of the base, it's 2 times 2, right? Base times height. A square is base times height. So 2 times 2. So the area of that base is 4 units squared. Okay, the height. All right, well, the height here is 7. So to find the volume, I have to take the area of the base and multiply it by its height. So 4 times 7. So that's 28 units cubed. It's pretty simple. And again, the faster way of doing it is length times width times height. So 2 times 2 times 7. And if you plug that whole string of numbers into your calculator, you get the same answer, 28 units cubed. And again, it's units cubed because it's a three-dimensional figure. You're multiplying three numbers, 2 times 2 times 7. Okay? We'll do one more together. So this here is another rectangular prism. Again, it's a rectangular prism because the base is a rectangle. So to find the area of this base here, it's a 9 by 2. So you see how the bottom is a rectangle? That's 9 by 2. To find the area of a rectangle, again, it's just base times height. So 9 times 2, that is 18, and it is units squared, because again, area is units squared. Then the height of the prism, you can see here, it's 3 units tall. Okay. So to find the volume, I take the area of the base, which is 18, and then multiply it by how many layers there are of it, or the height, which is 3, and you get 54 units cubed. So the volume is 54 units cubed. And again, the faster way of doing it is just length times width times height, which is 9 times 2 times 3, which is 54, units cubed. Okay. So again, it's length times width times height. That's how you find the volume of a rectangular prism. So the fastest way to find the volume of this prism is to find the area of the base. 8 times 4, which is 32. And then you multiply 32 by the height, which is 5, and you get 160. And here it gives us the units, centimeters cubed. But again, if you want the fastest way, you just plug in your calculator, 8 times 4 times 5. And you get 160 centimeters cubed. All right, so now what you're going to do is there's one other video that I'm posting from a different teacher that gives a different perspective on how to find the volume, so you can watch that. And then you're going to complete 5 practice problems. There's a Schoology assignment in the Unit 1 folder as well. And this is how all of your units are going to kind of go. So you're going to watch videos, view the examples, and then practice. So I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. I hope that you guys find this helpful. Please check out our office hours that are posted under updates. So Mrs. Mariano and I, we both post our office hours. We're both available via email. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you certainly are welcome to reach out to us. We're here for you. We're here to help you. So I hope that you enjoyed this lesson and that you guys are all staying safe and healthy. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye.